जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती श्रीमान गिरीश अपने चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की, इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीपीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड शिल प्रभुपाद की। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, नमचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की, मथुरापुरी धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की, गंगा मैया की, यमुना मैया की, भक्ति देवी की, श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की, श्री श्री निताय की, ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की, श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishna Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shandavati Paschatya Deshatarani. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. यूनिक फीचर ऑफ योगा. लेफ्ट राइट देते हैं आप, इस गार्लैंड देते हैं. लेफ्ट राइट आल्सो यू कैन गिव दैट. आई आल्सो गिव. So welcome to our morning discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Adi-lila, chapter 4th, the confidential reasons for the Lord's appearance. Yesterday we were seeing the second reason, or internal reason for the Lord's appearance, how his sweetness of his beauty was relished by Srimati Radharani, and so much description about his beauty. So 154th says, Krishnavalokan vina netraphala nahiyan yahi jana Krishna dekhe sei bhagyavan. There is no consummation for the eyes other than the sight of Krishna. Whoever sees him is most fortunate indeed. The perfection of our eyes is to see the lotus form of the Lord, lotus feet, lotus eyes, lotus face of the Lord. Similarly, perfection of ears is to hear about the Lord, or nose to smell the objects which are offered to the Lord. Similarly, for tongue to taste prasadam items which are offered to the Lord, and for skin also touching the lotus feet of the Lord or his devotees. Whatever glories are described of the Lord, same things are there in the scriptures for the devotees also. Pure devotee also seeing him. He says, Darshane pavitra karo, yahi tomara. Just by seeing the face or devotee, pure devotee, that's perfection of eyes. Similarly, hearing katha from his lotus mouth is perfection of ears. Guru mukha padma vakya chitete koriya aikya arana koriha mani asha. Similarly, perfection of skin touch is to touch the lotus feet of pure devotee. Sri Guru Charane Rati Yahi Savutama Gati Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asha. Or smelling the fragrance of his body, because his whole existence is offered to Krishna. From his body also transcendental smell comes. And if we are nearby, we can smell that and get perfection of life. 155th. Akshanvatam phalamidam na param vidamaha. Sakhyah pasho nanu viveshayatorvayasyah. Vaktram vrajeshat Vaktram vrajesha sutayorana Ranuvenujushtam.
Vaktram prajesha sutayoranuvenujushtam.
Nirvanipitamano rakta moksham.
Nirvanipitam anurakta kataksha moksham.
This is text from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 21st chapter, 7th verse. So sung by the gopis on the advent of Sharat season. The gopis said, "Oh friends, those eyes that see the beautiful faces of the sons of Maharaj Nanda are certainly fortunate." Plural is used. So who are the sons? Krishna and Balram. Akshanavatam. Phalamidam. Naparam vidamaha. As these two sons enter the forest, surrounded by their friends, driving the cows before them, they hold their flutes to their mouths and glance lovingly upon the residents of Vrindavan. For those who have eyes, we think there is no greater object of vision. So let our eyes be always seeing the Lord. Tukaram Maharaj from Maharashtra, he is praised to the Lord that Papachi Vasana Nako Dao Deva Tola Tahuni Andhala Barasami. Oh Lord, let me not see anything sinful. Better I be a blind fellow only. And similarly, something like what it says, not Papachi Vani, but like Papachi Vani Nako Maja Kana Tahuni Bahira Barasami. Rather than hearing some sinful things, something sinful discussion, better I be deaf only. Like that he prays. So that is one side. Let me not get affected by illusory potency. Let me not that pratikulyasya varjanam. But other side is also there. Anukulyasya sankalpa. So that is all the things related to the Lord. Next he quotes from 10th canto 44th chapter 14th verse. Gopyastapah kim acharan yad amusharupam lavanya sarama samordhava mananya siddham drugbihi pivastanusavabhinavam durapa ekanta dhama yashasah shriya aishwarasya. The women of Mathura said, "What austerities must the gopis have performed? With their eyes, they always drink the nectar of the form of Lord Krishna, which is the essence of loveliness and is not to be equaled or surpassed. That loveliness is the only abode of beauty, fame, and opulence. It is self-perfect, ever fresh, and extremely rare." This is Krishna killing Kamsa chapter 44. When Krishna reached Mathura city, something like early evening. So then at the outskirts, then he and Balram along with their Gopa friends just said, "Let's have strolling in the city. City देखने जाएंगे. गांव के बच्चे हैं, थोड़ा शहर में आए, शहर घूमेंगे." So he goes, and then on the way he killed that. Not exactly washerman, but he was a, what is it called? A rangak. Rangrez. It's English or English? Hindi. Hindi. Rangrez. Okay, one who colors the clothes. So Krishna asked him clothes, and that fellow said, "You dare, how dare you ask Kamsa's clothes? You will be punished by death, punished with death." Krishna killed him, and then Kubja. And then as he was strolling on the streets of Mathura, the women who were there on the terrace, they were watching Krishna, and they glorify gopis. What austerities gopis must have performed to be able to see such beauty of Krishna. So only those who perform that austerity, like you all are performing. You are fortunate to be in the Radha Vrindavan Chandra temple premises, and every day you can see the beauty of the Lord. Others have to walk several meters, a few kilometers, or come on two-wheeler, four-wheeler. It's quite troublesome. That I don't remember, but around 15, 20 days back, and first time it was raining very heavily, maybe whole night or something. So then they had given off to school in Sinhagad roadside. Maybe all school, but that. So one devotee boy comes from there along with his mother, two-wheeler. Mataji drives two-wheeler and he is there around maybe 10, 11 years old around. Name I forgot. Shahid or something like that. They can you imagine Mataji driving from Sinhagad road? It must be minimum 8, 10. Sinhagad college, even beyond that maybe. So 8, 10, 20, 15 kilometers from there, two-wheeler, Mataji is driving, bringing the son, 10, 12-year old. So how much difficult it is. And then they come to temple, park the vehicle, walk to the muddy street, etc. And then they may reach temple hall and get to see beauty of Radha Vrindavan Chandra. But for all of us, we are here only. We have performed the austerity of no sex or whatever unlimited service. That is Pratikulyasya Varjanam. But Anukulyasya Sankalpa. Unlimited services. I am there, Prabhu, whosoever is yoga in church. You call me anytime, midnight, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I'm available for any service. Immediately, you can slap me for one bucket of water. Kick me also and get me up if I'm not getting up. Because you are so surrendered, so you have beauty of their lordships anytime available for you. So you must have done, you are doing a lot of austerities. No sex and anytime ready for service, beck and call. And if you are like that for whole life, you can be inside only. We are like that, we're supposed to be. So they say, in the purport it says, when they saw Krishna and Balram in the arena with King Kamsa's great wrestlers, Mushtik and Chanu, the women said, Apurya Madhuri Krishner, Apurvatar Bal, Yahara Shravane Man, Ayatalamal. The sweetness of Lord Krishna is unprecedented, Apurva. ऐसा कभी हुआ नहीं, न भूतो और एक one sense, न भविष्यति also. Nobody can be as beautiful to Krishna, even in the future. The sweetness of Lord Krishna is unprecedented, and its strength is also unprecedented. The sweetness of Lord Krishna is unprecedented, and its strength is also unprecedented. Simply by one's hearing of such beauty, the mind becomes unsteady. And like mundane beauty also, hearing also, in one sense, Shurpanaka described the beauty of Sita Devi, and Ravan, who is lusty, lust personified only, and calm, Murtiman calm. He got highly, whatever, negatively inspired to kidnap Sita. But mundane beauty also, if we see or hear the description, so we will be agitated in the negative sense. But here it's in the positive sense. Simply by one's hearing of such beauty, the mind becomes unsteady, and this unsteadiness of mind is very much desired. The mind can be steadied by fixing on Krishna, but similarly mind can be unsteady by fixing mind on eyes on Krishna or hearing about Krishna. Like Rukmini also became desperate. I have to be made servant of Krishna only, nobody else in creation. I have to serve him only, lifelong. And so she became agitated. So this agitation is very good. Similarly, those four Kumaras, when they smelt the fragrance of Tulsi offered at the lotus feet of Lord Narayan in Vaikuntha, at the precincts only, not even at inside the door. At the door only they were stopped. They got agitated. Sankshobham akshara jusham apichitta tanvo. In their mind, chitta, and tanvo in their body. Sankshobham. There was agitation. Because antargata swavivarena chakaratesham. Antargata, the smell went inside through the nostrils. Antargata swavivarena, through these two holes, nostrils. Chakaratesham. It brought about agitation in the positive sense. So Krishna's beauty, Krishna's message is like that, and that is required. Simply by one's hearing of such beauty, the mind becomes unsteady. Krishna's devotees are also like that. Subhadra, when she saw Arjun, she was charmed by his beauty, though he was having beard, mustache in Chaturmasya period when he entered in Dwarka as a unknown sadhu. Balramji heard, oh, there is a sadhu in Dwarka. Newly arrived, oh, he must be called for prasadam in my house. And Subhadra will serve. By that, she will get the blessing of the sadhu. And in future, that will lead to her getting a very nice husband, very nice family. So he did not know that sadhu is only going to be her husband. Krishna arranged it that way. Balram, in one sense, was innocent. He did not know. Next. Akrishnera madhurye Krishne उपजय लोभ सम्यक आस्वादित नारे मने रहे क्षोभ. Lord Krishna's own beauty attracts Lord Krishna himself, but because he cannot fully enjoy it, his mind remains full of sorrow. In one sense, we can see in us also this nature is there. It's a perverted reflection of what nature Krishna has. Lord Krishna's own beauty attracts Lord Krishna himself. So our beauty attracts us also, isn't it? We see in mirror. ये तो मिस्टर यूनिवर्स ही दिख रहा है आईने में. मीन्स हर किसी को लगता है कि मैं मिस्टर यूनिवर्स हूँ, कि the whole world is rotating around me only. I am the center of the entire creation. है कि नहीं? लगता है कि नहीं? नहीं लगता? सच बोलो. क्लास में झूठ बोलना बड़ा पाप है. हाँ पाप. In our childhood, used to play that game. Game is just used to rotate around ourselves. All children. We also do that in that, but we are different. We are dancing for Krishna player, supposed to be. So we keep rotating. After some time, chakkar aata hai, so then we stop and then we fall down or we sit. Then even though we stop, what happens? The whole area around is rotating around us. And this is exactly our story only. After rotating in 84 lakh species of life through millions of universes, when we stop in human birth, then we think whole world is rotating around me only. Everybody is working for me only. This is our foolishness. So it's not nothing. Just wait for some more time, then your grand illusion will be gone. Then you'll understand nothing is moving. There are so many things I'm trying to move, but nothing is moving ahead. What a nonsense. What is this? हो ही नहीं रहा मुझसे. That realization is very good. So we think this way that everything is rotating around me, or I am so beautiful. We get attracted by our own beauty. This is perverted reflection of Krishna's nature. Lord Krishna's own beauty attracts Lord Krishna himself. That nature is there in Krishna. So we also feel charmed by it. But if we become pure hearted, then we will be charmed by Krishna's beauty and we will have unresistible attraction to Krishna. And then we will not be attracted to our own so-called beauty. That we will know, my beauty is here today, gone tomorrow. That's temporary. But soul's beauty is eternal. So because he cannot fully enjoy his own beauty, his mind remains full of sorrow. Eda dvitiya hetur kahila vivaran tritiya hetura ebe sunah lakshan. The second thing he has told, second confidential reason for Mahaprabhu's appearance, Krishna appearing as Mahaprabhu, that he could not relish his own beauty as much as Radharani relished. Now third is going to describe. अत्यंत निगूढ़ये रसेरा सिद्धांत स्वरूप गोसाई मात्र जाने न एकांत. This conclusion of rasa is extremely deep. Only Swarup Damodar knows much about it because he is Lalita. So Lalita knows what Krishna is facing difficulty while he is with Radharani. That Radharani is able to relish Krishna's beauty more. And he is wondering how she relishes more than me. So Lalita will understand that. She is very intelligent. So here Swarup Damodar knows much about it. एवा के ह अन्य जाने से होते हा से होता हा हैते चैतन्य गोसाई रते हा अत्यंत मर्मयाते. Anyone else who claims to know it must have heard it from him. From whom? From Swarup Damodar Goswami. For he was the most intimate companion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nobody knows in one sense, but if anybody knows, must have heard from Swarup Damodar Goswami. गोपी गणेर प्रेमेर रूढ़ भाव नाम विशुद्ध निर्मल प्रेम प्रभु न हे काम. The love of the gopis is called Rudha Bhav. It is pure and spotless. It is not at any time lust. So rather than called Adi-lila Bhav. Gopis have Rudha Bhav. It is not English Rudha, R-U-D-E. In Sanskrit, Rudha, deep-rooted Bhav. प्रेमैव गोपरामाणां काम इत्यगमत्प्रथां हेत्युद्भवादयो अप्यतम् वाञ्छन्ति भगवत्प्रियः. But in Sanskrit, in the Bangla to read, maybe practice more is required. The pure love of the gopis has become celebrated by the name lust. The dear devotees of the Lord, headed by Sri Uddhav, desire to taste that love. Vanchanti Bhagavat Priya. Dear devotee Bhagavat Priya, Uddhav, Vanchanti. Iti Uddhavad Dayor Appetam. काम प्रेम दोहाकार विभिन्न लक्षण लोह आ रहे मायचे स्वरूपे विलक्षण. Lust and love have different characteristics, just as iron and gold have different natures. Lust is compared to iron and love to gold. Both are metals only, but gulf of difference between the two. One, if sold 20 kg or let's say 1 kg of iron, how much money you will get if you sell it? 1,000 rupees, maybe 60 rupees. 1 kg of iron is only 60 rupees. Krishna, quite cheap. Okay, and 1 kg of gold, what is the rate? 1 tola is now 60,000. 60,000 1 tola, that is 10 gram. So 100 gram will be 6 lakhs and 1000 gram will be 60 lakhs. Where is 60 rupees and where is 60 lakhs rupees? So just see the difference. But both are metals only. Both can be sold in the market. So Gopi's love is love. Now that famous verse, 165th verse, the 4th chapter. आत्मेन्द्रिय प्रीतिवांछा आरे बालिका कृष्णेन्द्रिय प्रीति इच्छा हरे प्रेम नाम. The desire to gratify one's own senses is calm lust, but the desire to please the senses of Lord Krishna is brave love. He says, if there is ample reason for the dissolution of a conjugal relationship and yet such a dissolution does not take place, such a relationship of intimate love is called pure. Sarvartha dhvamsa rahitam sati api dhvamsa karane yad bhava bandhanam yunoho sa prema parikirtitah. What is prime love between a man and woman? It is only when there are unlimited reasons for relationship to break, but it doesn't break. They have such thick relationship. Like I say many times, boy loves girl, girl loves boy. But let's say one day when he meets her and he sees her 70-80% of her face is burnt. She met with fire accident. Then will he say now, I love you? And even if he says, will he say that, say with that intensity, Kalpana, I love you. Now how will he say? Kalpana, I love word will not come so easily. He will think 100 times. I think better break relationship now. It's already broken. क्या है अभी इसके साथ कैसे मैं शादी कर सकता हूँ? ऐसे थोड़ी अगली I क्या हो गया? I hate you. That will be too much, too heavy, too strong. But if not that, even love also he wants to say I लड़खड़ा रहा हूँ. है कि नहीं? क्या हो गया प्रेम को? That is not pure love. So that's what he's saying. Sarvartha dvamsa rahitam. The relationship never breaks. Then it is such intimate love is called pure. And Radha Krishna's love never breaks. So he's saying in the purport, acts of sense gratification may be performed under the cover of public welfare, nationalism, religion, altruism, ethical codes, biblical codes, isn't it? So many people appear to be loving others under all these acts of, but actually sense gratification. Whosoever appears to be offering love, but he is doing sense gratification. So he may perform so-called love, exhibit such love under the cover of public welfare. So people adore such person. My God, kitna public welfare work? How much is doing? Nationalism, देश भक्ति. So many songs are there. मर मिटेंगे देश के लिए, क्या जीना and what not. So many things. Religion. People also claim to be very धार्मिक. भगवान के लिए तो मैं कुछ भी करता हूँ. Altruism on humanitarian level. Ethical codes like that. Like in the this also traffic also you can see some people break the traffic, youngsters, and others will look, what nonsense, don't you have ethics? You should follow government laws, rules. And he is very proud, he follows very meticulously till it becomes green signal. He will not start the vehicle. Sometimes some people, when they see before green saffron and all, immediately or there 3 2 before even become 0, people 2, their vehicle starts. And this vehicle is also coming, so then sometimes there is some kind of blocking, but he says done, अरे वो क्या 1 second बचा था. But some other like नहीं, जब तक 0 नहीं होगा तब तक गाड़ी को आगे नहीं लेके जाऊंगा. So ethical codes they will follow, and biblical codes, Bible, so many codes they will follow. Health directives they will follow. Health direction, I love my body or whatever. Fruitive action people will perform. Bashfulness, so-called shyness. Tolerance, they will show some kind of shyness, but somewhere else they will be so shameless fellows. So that shyness is not glorified. Tolerance, personal comfort, liberation from material bondage, progress, family affection, or fear of social ostracism, means being thrown away from society. Marathi it said void takda, thrown out, get out, for whatever reason. So people fear that, so they follow the codes of social norm, social life, or legal punishment. But all these categories are different subdivisions of one substance. What is that substance? Sense gratification. So here it looks like love, but it is not love. And how it can be proved? That some critical condition will appear, critical situation, and all these people will not act the way they regularly act, generally act. They will not do that. They will go crazy and they will, so-called shyness they will have, but somewhere else they will be appearing to be very shameless. So that Prabhupada's famous statement, greatness of a person has to be estimated by his ability to tolerate provoking situation. When provoking situation comes, these people will not follow these rules then. He says, any act performed for the purpose of enjoying its fruits or results is an act of sense gratification. Such actions are visible sometimes in gross and sometimes in subtle forms. So all these categories which are explained here, gross and subtle categories, they're all part of sense gratification only. There is no selfless action over there. कामेर तात्पर्य
कामेर तात्पर्य
निज संभोग केवल
निज संभोग केवल
कृष्ण सुख तात्पर्य
कृष्ण सुख तात्पर्य
मात्र प्रेमेत प्रबल.
मात्र प्रेमेत प्रबल.
The object of lust is only the enjoyment of one's own senses, but love caters to the enjoyment of Lord Krishna, and thus it is very powerful. लोक धर्म वेद धर्म
धर्म वेद
देह धर्म कर्म लज्जा धैर्य देह सुख आत्मसुख मर्म दुस्त्यज आर्यपथ निज परिजन स्वजने करयेयत ताडन भर्सन सर्व त्याग करी करे कृष्णेर भजन कृष्ण सुख हेतु करे
कृष्ण सुख हेतु करे
प्रेम सेवन. In one sense, if you see all these categories Prabhupada covered in earlier purport only. Social customs, scriptural injunctions, bodily demands, fruitive action, shyness, patience, bodily pleasures, self-gratification, and the path of Varnashram Dharma, which is difficult to give up. The gopis have forsaken all this, as well as their own relatives and their punishment and scolding, for the sake of serving Lord Krishna. They render loving service to him for the sake of his enjoyment. So that's why gopis are the highest transcendentalists, highest sannyasis in the creation. Sarvadharman parityajya. They gave up all this. People fear, how can I give up varnashram duties? What will society people say? Or how can I give shyness? Give up shyness. No. निर्लज्ज होके कैसे घूम सकता है इधर? They just left. So many duties, worldly duties. People condemn some people who are very much duty bound. Some people in their societies. There may be youngsters and all who may be careless fellows, but like elderly people in middle age and all, duty fast. Duty के लिए मैं कुछ भी, all that. It's like very near and dear one's marriage is there, but they did not get leave, so they will go for a job. उसका शादी है लेकिन मैं नहीं जा रहा हूँ. बॉस ने कहा नहीं जॉब पे आना है. इतना ड्यूटी बाउंड and they are very proud of that. But gopis of Krishna, they give up everything. They render loving service to him for the sake of his enjoyment. So this is pure love. यहाँ के कहिए कृष्ण दृढ़ अनुराग स्वच्छ धौत वस्त्र ऐछे नहीं कोनो दाग. That is called from attachment to Lord Krishna. It is spotlessly pure, like a clean cloth that has no stain. दाग रहित कपड़ा सफेद. Maybe our Bajrang Prabhu's dhoti kurta. Because it is new maybe. But after 10 months we will see the color like that. But anyway, you can see new clothes, or if one washes clothes very nicely, then there is no stain anywhere like that. Don't worry, my dhoti has more stains than all of you. In the purport, Prabhupada says, we should be prepared to do anything and everything to please the Lord, even at the risk of violating the Vedic principles or ethical laws. That is the standard of love of Godhead. Just like Yudhishthira Maharaj was asked by Krishna, tell Dronacharya that Ashwatthama is dead. He is not dead. Yudhishthira Maharaj is thinking. So then Krishna told Bhim that elephant is there whose name is Ashwatthama, kill him. So Bhima just pounded on one fist on heart. Elephant died on the spot. Now Krishna said, now you see, Ashwatthama is dead. You can tell. But Yudhishthira is saying, no, but Ashwatthama, the elephant is dead. Not the son of Dronacharya is dead. How can I tell? So he told anyway, means he did not tell the lie. He said, Narova Kunjara. Ashwatthama, the elephant is dead. But when he said the elephant, Kunjaro, that time Krishna had blown conch. And Dronacharya, what he heard is Ashwatthama, Pong, is dead. He could not hear the word the elephant. So he thought Ashwatthama means my son only. So he gave up his weapons, sat down on the battlefield, feeling complete separation from Ashwatthama, his son. And that is the time Drushtadumna came running, chopped off his head, killed. So one should be ready to take any risk of even violating the Vedic principle. One should be ready to tell lie. 100 lies you can tell. They are all not lies, they are all truths. Because you are telling those lies for absolute truth. That's right. One can become brahmachari by telling lies also, if required. Best is to preach like anything and make them convinced. हमारा लड़का गया काम से. Yes, काम से गया, लेकिन प्रेम में गया. काम से बाहर गया, प्रेम में घुस गया. तो अगर ये सर्टिफिकेट मिल गया आपको पेरेंट्स से तो डन. Just like our His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj, I told long before that when he became brahmachari, he was the son of the top lawyer of Chicago that time. Eventually his father became judge also, but that time he was lawyer, top lawyer of Chicago, America City. And they were wondering what is this? What nonsense. So when they came to India, they offered Prabhupada blank check with signature. Father said, you Swamiji take any amount, any money you want, lakhs and crores of rupees. Lekin give my son back. So Giriraj Maharaj told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you take the check also, you take me also. Double advantage. Prabhupada told his father, he's your son, you can take him if you want. Then immediately father said, just see, Swamiji is saying, you are our son, and if we want, we can take you. You come. He said, I will not. I will stay with Swamiji only. But when later on when he went home, they took him to a psychiatrist in Chicago and told him, our son is gone crazy. He has become monk, wearing saffron clothes, sheets he is wearing on his body, putting earth on a body and shaved head. What nonsense. You brainwash him, interview him. So that fellow was in the cabin, that psychiatrist cabin there, clinic. So he asked one after other question, So please, whatever his name, James or something. James, you try to understand who you are. You are not what you are thinking yourself to be. He said, yes, that is what. I am thinking I am body, but I am not body, I am spirit soul. That psychiatrist, sorry. No, you understand who your real parents are. That's what I forgot. Radha Krishna are my parents. So many lifetimes I thought this is my father, that is my mother and all. Crazy thing. And psychiatrist was like, his fuses were blowing off. And so 15 minutes he took interview and he tried to interrogate and all that. After 15 minutes they came out of cabin and the parents said, what is the result? Will he improve? Will he become proper son? He said he's gone. 15 minutes I was with him. If I remain with him for 5-10 more minutes, I will become Hare Krishna devotee. Your son is permanently damaged. And when Giriraj Maharaj was inside the cabin only, and he heard it because the cabin was not like airtight. So he heard that person shouted, your son is permanently damaged. He was so happy. So when he came to India or wherever he met Prabhupada, he said, Prabhupada, that psychiatrist said that to my parents that your son is permanently damaged. Prabhupada said, that is what is required. That is the certificate we want. Our relatives, our friends, doctors, they should all say, Gaya comes permanently damaged. And Prabhupada told it also to 3 places. That the psychiatrist told Giriraj's parents that Giriraj is permanently damaged. Irreversible damage should happen. ऐसे बिगड़ो कि कोई आपको सुधार ही ना पाए. अब तुकाराम महाराज says, I think, आम्ही बिघडलो तुम्ही बिघडाना. It has 2 meanings. आम्ही बिघडलो, we got spoiled, means I got spoiled. तुम्ही बिघडाना, and you also get spoiled. This is one meaning. It means spoiled means all people, society people are saying, अरे गया काम से, बिगड़ गया ये पूरा. हरे कृष्णा 24 घंटा वो माला को क्या है, आगे हो गया ये, बिगड़ गया ये. तो आम्ही बिघडलो. And another meaning is आम्ही बिघडलो. We got reformed. And you also get reformed. तुम्ही भी घडाना. आम्ही घडलो, तुम्ही घडाना. Why you are not reforming yourself? Because real reformation is to get spoiled materially. And he's thinking, I think, क्या बोल रहे? आम्ही भी घडलो, तुम्ही भी घडाना. क्या बोल रहे? इनको नहीं समझा. बाद में बजरंग को समझाएंगे, लेकिन बजरंग बल दिखा दो आप, बाद में इनको समझाओ मराठी क्या है. तो this is nice. So you should become damaged fully. पूरे समाज ने बोलना चाहिए गया क्या. Because when I joined as a brahmachari, my parents were concerned तो होता ही है ना, कि आएगा कि नहीं घर। 1 साल हो गया, 2 साल हो गए, 3 साल हो गए, क्योंकि वी ज्वाइंड अर्ली 22 year old, so now 23 years old is 24, 25, 26, अभी तो शादी का समय हो गया है, 26 वगैरह है ना, 27 ना। तो कंसर्न होता है, क्योंकि ज्यादा एज बढ़ गया, सपोज 32 एज में वापस आ गया, फिर ये बूढ़े के लिए बुढ़िया कहाँ से मिलेगी। थोड़ा लेट हो जाएगा। और वही अगर 35 में आ गया तो झमेला हो जाएगा, और वही 40 में आ गया तो माय गॉड फिर कहाँ से मिलेगी 38 years यंग गर्ल। तो बूढ़ी हो गई वो मिडिल एज वाली। तो इसलिए तो दे गेव माय पत्रिका, जन्म पत्रिका टू 3 एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स, चेक घर आएगा कि नहीं वापस हमारा लड़का। तो एक जन ने कहा, पता नहीं सांत्वना देने के लिए कि क्या, नहीं आएगा, है थोड़ा है सो, लेकिन आएगा। तो दूसरे एक जन ने बताया, माय मदर टोल्ड मी आफ्टरवर्ड्स, कि तुम्हारी पत्रिका हमने दिखाई थी तो एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स को। तो एक तो बोले वो, उन्होंने नाम बताया, मुझे बताया, आपको नहीं बताया। तो एक सोसाइटी में थे हमारे गांव में, तो उन्होंने कहा कि तो आएगा करके। लेकिन ये जो है ना, साळवी साळवी करके एक थे, तो हमारे थोड़े दूर थे, 4-5 किलोमीटर में गाँव, एक छोटे देहात से। तो ही सेड नहीं, नहीं आएगा आपका सन। तो अर्थात उन्होंने 2 जनों से तो अलग वर्जन सुने, एक बोला आएगा, दूसरा बोला नहीं आएगा। तो जो भी है, उनको आशा वो एक तरफ से तो है कि शायद ये वाले तो बोले हैं कि आएगा, ये वाले बोले नहीं आएगा, तो क्या होगा, भगवान ही जाने। और बाद में देन सम मोर इयर्स पास बाय, आई थिंक देन शी टोल्ड मी, देन शी अंडरस्टूड कि नहीं आएगा शायद, कुछ चांसेस लग नहीं रहे। And she said, he said that you will not come. It's good that he said that. And first 3 years I did not go home only, because I had heard in Radha Gopinath temple they are going to make a rule that when a brahmachari joins, boy joins as a brahmachari, first 5 years he will not go home, because so much attachment is there. He should overcome that. So I thought, oh, they are going to make such a rule in Bombay, I will follow in Pune. I will also not go home for 5 years. So 3 years went by. But then there was, because I was book distribution in charge also, bus part in charge, and there was opportunity near my hometown in Pataganga Industry Listed. There are so many companies there: Reliance, Bombay Dyeing, Orke, Siddheshwari. I know from childhood only. So then that was one place. So then I thought I go there. Then I went. So then I had to stay at home for 1 or 2 days. But we were in bus. 5-6 brahmacharis were there. We were sleeping in our house, but morning we were going, after morning program used to go for that industry for book distribution. So after 3 years I went. But one good thing happened because of that, that my mother was feeling so much depression. She came to ISKCON Pune, Kunjiberi temple, and she stayed there for 2.5 months. And 2.5 months she changed completely. She became 16 rounder. One Mataji forcefully put Kanti Mala in her leg. Uska material life ka band baja di, and she became wonderful devotee. In 2014 she got initiated also. Subhadra Gopi Devi Dasi.
She tried for 2.5 months.
Yeah, like that. So he's saying we should be prepared to do anything and everything to please the Lord, even at the risk of violating the Vedic principles or ethical laws. That is the standard of love of Godhead. See, कृष्ण प्रेम का ये दर्जा है, ये स्टैंडर्ड है। कितने जन तैयार है कृष्ण प्रेम के लिए? That means you're ready to break any law. ठीक है ना? Be prepared. हम सब law breakers हैं. Because we are love farmers. Love farmers, so law breakers. Reformers, so law breakers. All the what do you call freedom fighters, did they break all the laws or not? Yeah, because the ruling government was British, and they had so many laws, and these people broke all the laws. विदेशी कुछ नहीं, जला दो सबके, आग लगा दो विदेशी कपड़ों को, खादी चरखे पे। और वो आजाद हिंद सेना, चलो come together all the youth of India and will attack this British and so many others. लाल वाल पाल सबको उड़ा दिया उन्होंने, British soldiers को. So you have to break the worldly rules, then you can enter in transcendental world. Just like when Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose only, when he was in earlier college, there he was 1 year senior to Prabhupada in academics. So there he was openly getting the boys studying in that college, Bengali youth, and he was telling what nonsense, these British people, they are doing atyachar, this, that, let's rebel. And because he was openly doing that, the college authorities saw, and then they banned him. You are not a student of our college. So then he got entrance in another college, Scottish Churches College, where Prabhupada was student. And he was 1 year senior to Prabhupada. Now he understood. There I did openly, they banned me. So then access to all the boys goes away, all the youth. If you are out of this college, you cannot enter there. So now here I don't want to lose access. So underground he started calling the boys and all taking meetings and saying what nonsense. We have to fight against British and all that. So Prabhupada also knew that he is there. But Prabhupada was more for non-violence. He got attracted to Gandhiji's teachings, message. So he started wearing khadi and non-violence. He did not go to take his certificate as Gandhiji wanted and all that stuff. So you can see rebellion is very much required. So because he broke the laws there in that college, he was banned from there. So similarly, when you break the laws of material world, you will be banned from this material world. So once you are banned from material world, which other world is appearing? Not underworld, spiritual world. So you will go there. So you will become fit to enter over there. So you have to break the worldly laws. Those laws which are not so much hampering our attachment or our service to Krishna, that we follow. But otherwise, anything, माता पिता आ गए बीच में, या फिर हम वहां से चले जा सकते हैं. कृष्ण को जाने का अदर, you can circumvent them also. But if not, you should be able to. Arjun did that. He was ready to kill all the relatives. मेरे और कृष्ण के बीच में कोई नहीं आ सकता, सबको मार डाला. तो हमें मारने की जरूरत नहीं, थोड़ा सा अवॉइड करना. Stay here in ashram. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur warns us in this connection that we should not mistakenly think that the idea of giving up everything implies the renunciation of duties necessary in relation to the body and mind. Even such duties are not sense gratification if they are undertaken in a spirit of service to Krishna. So bodies, don't give up eating, sleeping and all that. Even Rukmini Devi was ready to do that also. Oh my dear Lord Krishna, if I don't attain you in this life, then I will fast for whole life. I will get emaciated, body will become lean and thin, and I will die, give up this body. Then I will take next birth, obviously. So there also I will try to get you as my husband. But if not, I will again perform austerities, fast, etc. And I will give up that body. And then I will take next body. There also I will try to get you only, nobody else, no other person. But if not getting, then I will again fast. Like that, hundreds of births I am ready to give up for your sake. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is suggesting for us, that is Rukmini, okay, she is a pure, not pure devotee, she is Lord's eternal associate, Sangini only, consort. But on our level, we should not give up the body's Sharir Dharma and Mana Dharma. In a sense, Sharir related Dharma is eating, sleeping, that we can do. Like you can see our Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, they ran away, Raghunath Das Goswami, to get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But on the way, they took rest. On the way, they ate something, did not get enough, but little bit, whatever they got, they took it. They did not give up their bodies. At one point of time, when Sanatan Goswami had got these itching sores, pus, etc. coming out, he thought, what is nonsense body? Mahaprabhu embraces his golden transcendental body, gets dirty because of my nasty substances, infectious substances. Better I commit suicide by throwing my body below the cart, wheel of the cart of Jagannath. So that thought Mahaprabhu understood. And then Mahaprabhu chastised him. What nonsense. You think by throwing your body under the cart, you can get Krishna. If that is the case, I am ready to throw my body thousands of times under the wheel cart of Lord Jagannath. That is not the way. By bhajan, one can get Krishna. So he guides him that. So we can see that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forbade Sanatana Goswami to give up his body. So one should not give up the duties in relationship with body. Everything else we can give up. But in relationship with body and mind. Mind, what? Mind should always think of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Or the services we have to do. Oh, at 5 p.m. I have this service, and at 7 p.m. I have that service. This planning and all. Mana Dharma should not be given up. That is warning by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. In this sense, that we should not mistakenly think that the idea of giving up everything implies the renunciation of duties necessary in the relationship relation to the body and mind. Even such duties are not sense gratification if they are undertaken in a spirit of service to Krishna. So all that related to service to Krishna should not be given up. Yes. Any question? This topic is not over.
We have heard this, Yamaraj was taking. What about that love? We feel
That love, I don't know authorized commentary of acharyas. I know the story, and she's very much glorified as a chaste lady. But whether that Satyavan was a devotee, to what extent he was devotee, I don't know. Like Nala and Damayanti, I know clearly. Though it is said Nala and Damayanti underwent more austerities than Yudhishthir and Pandavas, along with Draupadi. But because when Yudhishthir was undergoing so many suffering, he asked Krishna, I think, "No, is there anyone in the creation who suffered like this or more than this? It looks like, we are only suffering like maximum." Then he says, "Oh, more than you, the couple who suffered was Nala Damayanti." And long story of Nala Damayanti story and how they suffered. But then that story comes in Mahabharata and that is not very much glorified. Though it is said also that Nala was very prosperous and they underwent a lot of suffering, but because he was not devotee of Krishna, it is not glorified. In the case of Satyavan, I don't know exactly. I'm reading this, what do you call, Krishna Dharma Prabhu's Mahabharata, but I have not at least reached that section. And even Nala Damayanti is there in Mahabharata. Satyavan Savitri, I doubt the story comes in Mahabharata or not. But it will be there in some other Puranas. So if they are devotees, then that is okay. Otherwise, on mundane platform also sometimes there is love between couples. Understand?
that love is not pure.
That's what I'm not able to comment because I don't know whether he was pure devotee or not. If he was a pure devotee of the Lord, then her love for him will become pure. He was a devotee. Like Draupadi going with her husband in the forest. It's very much related. Or Sita Devi going in the forest. So she was not banished from the kingdom. She went. So that is pure love. But in case of Satyavan Savitri, I don't know.
Doing know that. Of course, I think so. He's telling that only Krishna in our relationship is true. Only Krishna in our relationship is true. So whatever Draupadi and her husbands, that is not.
No, that is Krishna. No? Krishna is only there. In fact, one of the names of Draupadi is Krishna. She is the sister of Krishna. Pandava and Draupadi.
As a husband and wife.
What is the problem? When Krishna is there in the relationship, that's pure only. It can be any relationship, couples, husband and wife. When Krishna is there in between both of them, they are both working for Krishna only. Then that is pure love. That doesn't matter. They are husband and wife. And as husband and wife, they will have physical union also, kissing, embracing. But they do everything for Krishna. So that's why it's pure love. And it doesn't break. You can say it did not break. Even last moment also when they were going, whatever they call heaven or whatever. So Draupadi accompanied them. She did not say, "Oh, it is your problem, you go. I will stay here." Similarly, Archie and Prutu, Prutu went in the one for Vanaprastha ashram after ruling. So Archie also went behind him. When husband is pure devotee and wife is attached to him and serving him, she and their love is called as pure love. Because it is only, Krishna is only in the center. And you can see Yudhishthir, and he has such a beautiful wife as Draupadi. But as soon as he heard the news Krishna has left this planet, immediately he removed all the royal clothes. No, na dhanam, na janam, na sundari. Dhanam, gave up entire Hastinapur, royal clothes, golden ornament. Janam, even brothers. He did not tell Bhima, Arjun, Nakul, Sahadev and forget about the citizen, etc. And Sundari, Draupadi. Immediate. Yes, that was pure love only, all throughout. The whole acceptance of kingdom was only for Krishna. And as soon as Krishna is not there, hell with the whole thing. I don't. The one who wanted me to rule, he is gone. So I'm going. Left immediately. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
You can unmute Prabhu and ask question.
Oh, Piyush, Hare Krishna. Humble obeisances. Dandavat pranam Prabhupada condemns, saying that we only say Dandavat pranam and we don't pay obeisances. So just saying is not enough. Pranam is pranam only. You have to bow down. No problem. Go ahead with the question. Hmm. We have to throw ourselves in the midst of devotees of the Lord, or at least hear their Vani from them continuously. That itself becomes a service of Shravanam. And apart from that, after Shravanam, Satam Prasangan, Mama Virya Samvido. You will be inspired to render lot of services, whether physically, verbally, like I am doing Kirtanam Seva. Shravanam will lead to all other 8 services, total 9 services. If you do Shravanam, then we will speak. You know what I heard today morning. And then at that also remembrance will come. Even if you don't tell anyone, in the mind it will come. What was that point? Rukmini was ready to give up hundreds of bodies. And so remembrance of the Lord, even Lila Smaranam will happen because we have heard. And it will lead to Pada Sevanam also. Physical services also, you'll be very happy. Oh, that morning class, that point, yes, I want to give my life for Krishna. So let me just do that. Padasena, Archanam. While Archanam also those points will be there. That's why a Pujari worships the Lord with his intelligence by reading Bhagavad Gita or scriptures. So that's why hearing, reading is very important. Archanam, Vandanam, bowing down also. Just like now, next time onwards, I'm sure when you, before saying Dandavat Pranam, you will pay obeisances and then you may say, Pancha Kalpatarubheshya Kripa Sindhubhyo Chapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnava Namana. Because till now, maybe nobody corrected you, nobody told you also. Person like me, you be in touch with, I'm immediately third. First correction, then other correspondence. Like that. So we have to be in touch with such people. Or Grantha Bhagavat. In Prabhupada, I am speaking from Grantha Bhagavat only. The Grantha Bhagavat slowly, you reach Grantha Bhagavat slowly to that point of Dandavat Pranam. Prabhupada speaks it in Srimad Bhagavatam and other places, Chaitanya Charitamrita. But when you read Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, nobody knows. But person like me who has read Grantha Bhagavat, immediately you say, what this Dandavat Pranam? Papa says, we only say Dandavat Pranam, but we don't pay obeisances. So you can read in Prabhupada's purports, it is there. So it will lead to Vandanam also, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, and the servant's mood will be awakened every time you hear Katha. Because that will be only, in one sense, Jivara Swarupa, Krishna Nitya Das. Whether you speak it or not, the message is the same when you hear Katha. Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, friendship with Krishna will be struck, and Atma Nivedanam. Everything will happen by Shravanam. So we need to hear more and in a better and better way. Then our service will increase. And then Kirtanam, first and foremost, Shravanam will lead to nice Kirtanam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. So first class chanting means begging Lord, please, oh Lord, please give me service. What is this? My mind is crazy. My mind wants to serve Maya only. Every now and then, here in between, Maya comes and I am serving Maya only. This is hell. I don't want to serve Maya. I want to serve you, O Lord. Please give me your service, your devotee service. So then you will do services more and more throughout day, all throughout life, like that. So best result that happens by hearing is Kirtanam improves. You will call out to Krishna from the depth of your heart, from the core of your heart. Just imagine something like a pavilion is there, and it's like a center of that is 500-meter away, half kilometer, and there one person devotee is standing, and we are all around that in that what you call stadium or pavilion. And that means all of us are 500 meter, half kilometer away from that devotee, and we all have to reach out to him, to call him towards us. So how much you will shout, isn't it? Whatever the name, let's say his name is Krishna. Krishna! So how much it will go? Maybe this might go 100 meter. Maybe somebody 100 meter away, he may be able to hear, or maybe 200 meter away. But he is just standing there because he could not hear. He is 500 meters away. Na? So I have to even from what you call that from the bottom of my lungs, I think they say, or at the bottom of my stomach, I have to shout, Krishna! Voice may go down. That is what it means, na? Nayanam galadashrudharaya vadanam gadgajruddhaya gira. Huh? So voice only gets choked or something like that. So you have to call out. So this should happen. And when will it happen? Only when you hear from great souls, pure devotees. Then that calling will happen. Because they are all the time calling Krishna. 24/7 pure devotees are calling Krishna and Krishna only. We fellows, we are calling Maya. Or we are always hearing Maya. And we are saying, yes, Maya, yes, Maya, yes, Maya, yes, madam, yes, madam, yes, madam. And yes, sir, also to your boss in company, that is yes, madam only. Because he is her servant only. So ultimately, your ultimate mistress is Maya Devi, Mrs. Maya Devi. Mr. Maya is also there. That is Shiva, Bhava and Bhavani. But Mrs. Maya Devi, we are more under. Your bosses are all under Maya Devi only. So we are, even if you are saying yes, sir, in your company to your boss, actually you are saying yes, madam, yes, madam, yes, madam. Maya Devi is only kicking all of us through your so-called boss or our own mind is also, when we say yes, sir, to our mind, basically it is yes, madam only, yes, madam, yes, madam, I will do, madam, be rest assured, done, that will be done. I always do it. You have got, you have given me so many certificates. Every lifetime you give certificate, yeah, you are first class servant. So I kick you out of this job and give you a better job in human birth. So I have got certificates from you, madam, always. So like that. So we have to all call out. And this will best happen if we hear. Who can chant very nicely? Only one who hears very nicely. And who can have proper remembrance, 24/7 remembrance of the Lord? One who hears and chants about the Lord 24/7. And who can do physical services in the best possible way? One who hears, chants, and remembers the Lord. His physical services will be high class. It's all in sequence. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So one who is lacking in Shravanam only, his Kirtanam won't be of that good quality. His Smaranam, doubtful. When he's chanting the holy name, he is not able to remember Krishna. Without chanting, how can he remember Krishna? When I say Hare Krishna, and then I am not remembering Radha Krishna, without saying Hare Krishna, how can I remember Radha Krishna? So this is all in sequence. And Pada Sevanam physical services. We get engrossed in whatever typing service, sweeping service. So how will you remember Krishna? You may remember, oh, there is, I think, the dirt there, and that dirt is also there. You may not have Radha Krishna in your mind. But if you are, how Shravanam is very nice, then all these things progressively become better and better. And in sequence also. First result is Kirtanam will be high class. That's why Prabhupada said, I have written these books to inspire all the people in the world to chant Hare Krishna. So if one reads Prabhupada books daily, 2 hours ideally, better 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8 hours. But if not, at least 2 hours. So then we'll be able to chant vibrantly. Understand? Is that okay? Piyush too? No. Okay, it has been very late, I think. Any question? Any other question?
Yeah, Venkatesh Prabhu, you can ask.
Venkatesh Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. You are not saying Dandavat Pranam. दूध से जला छाछ को देखता ही नहीं. You understood. Hmm. This is from 165. Huh? Where is it? That after sense gratification, all such good acts are performed basically for one's own sense gratification, for no one can sacrifice his personal interest while discharging these much advertised moral and religious principles. Yes, but then internally that ego is there, false ego, that I am so and so. So that can anytime when something higher false ego comes, then they will give up this lower false ego exhibition, be it altruism or whatever that biblical codes, health, directives, anything else comes, that will be secondary. Till then, that is the thing. Just like in your company, you go daily for 8 hours. But once in a month, boss says, today you need to do overtime, 10 hours, means 2 hours extra. So you may do it. But if it becomes daily affair, daily he does that, then you will understand, Arre, this fellow is exploiting me. And job increment, salary is not much there, and all that. Then you say, hell with this. You shout on the boss, you give up that job, you go for another job, something else will happen. You understand? Now you are not ready to go beyond that. So though you extended once in a month for that extra work overtime, but now you understand this is hampering my whatever, hampering my health, hampering my this, that. I cannot do this, continue this, and you'll give up that job. Or at least you will say that no, sir, I cannot, I will do 8 hours only. Sorry, once in a month is okay, not beyond. And he says, no, you have to daily, you have to do 15 hours for me, and the salary will be only increased by 1,000. Then you will say, no, I don't agree, I resign. You understand? So when that problem comes, like you might have heard that story, na, that once scientists they put mother monkey in one kind of tub. It was like this. It was not able to come out of it. It was very short in that sense. And then and along with the baby, and they started putting water in that from some kind of input was there. So through that water level started rising, and the baby was small, but then mother monkey said okay, and then eventually water level was rising to the height of the monkeys, the baby monkey. So then the mother took here. Then the water level was continuously rising. So then she took on the shoulder. Then water level came up to her shoulder. Then she took him on the head, and water level came in her nose, and it was becoming difficult for her. So then she put the baby down and climbed on the top of the baby and jumped out of the whatever that thing to save herself. So when it comes to life, then one may not one may forego all other sacrifices, all other selfless behaviors. You understand? Now you may say no, but somebody else might have sacrificed his life. Yeah, there may be, but in that also false ego is very deep rooted. कि मैं सबको दिखाना चाहता हूँ कि मैं मर गया, लेकिन अपने देश के लिए मर गया या फिर इसके लिए वगैरह. So that false ego is very strong. So that's how, and that is a false ego after all. That's not true ego. That's why it's not appreciated so much. The scriptures don't say that kind of sacrifice for worldly thing. They do glorify it on lower level. Lower dharma recommends that kind of thing. But on higher and higher and higher levels of dharma is there. And highest is prema dharma, sankirtan dharma. And below that, Sanatan Dharma is obviously there. Sanatan Dharma only perfection is its prema dharma, sankirtan dharma. So that all will be tested. Somewhere the person will fail. Okay. Hare Krishna. Is that all? Dadichi
One more.
Muni gave because Dadichi Muni knew na, Lord Vishnu's desire. This is Daiva and Asura Yuddha, but Lord Vishnu is personally there on the side of demigods. So though it appears like I am giving for Indra and demigods, actually I am giving for Lord only. So that's why the Dadichi sacrifice is pure sacrifice.
Hare Krishna, bro. You can ask question.
Who? Ramesh, Dilesh bro. Yeah, okay. You may ask. No, okay, you may ask. In between, voice is breaking in between. You speak, then I'll come to know.
Yes, yes.
Unless you speak 3, 4, 5, 6 sentence, voice went away. Hare Krishna. Seems like I'm able to hear. Not about me, but His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj and others. We can see them that they either have gone through many lifetimes and just little bit was remaining. So that's why they have such determination. Esham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvando moho nirmukta bhajante mam drudapratah. Those who have exhausted all their sinful reactions, those who acted piously in this life as well as in previous lives, such people they are free from dvandva and moha, from dualities and from illusions of the world. So the world's illusion only dictate to us that, oh, I am son of so and so Titan family. My father is the richest and most famous lawyer of Chicago. How can I go against him, his desire? That moha is never there in one sense for them. It might be appearing to be there when he was in the college life, student life, and all that. But the moment he met Prabhupada, he is able to kind of revive to his eternal identity. Oh, he is my eternal master. Janme Janme Prabhu say. He is the one whom I was searching all throughout my this life, or maybe in many lifetimes. And that's it. Prabhupada is my father. What is this, my father, Mr. Titan, the lawyer of Chicago? No. So they are free from all illusion, they dvandva and dualities. Oh, with my father, he is the richest person of Chicago. I was so happily, nicely kept. But with Prabhupada in Juhu, what a bad situation. There are rats there, scorpions there, and snakes there, and no even running water there. So much difficulty. The dualities will not be there. Comfort and discomfort, happiness, distress, heat, cold. Those who come from America, for them, India is quite a hot climate, very hot. So for Giriraj Maharaj, it must have been very hot. That to Mumbai is a humid atmosphere also there. So much of sweating happens. If we from Pune, when we go to Mumbai, stay there for 2 3 days, we have terrible time in one sense. This is just hardly 200 kilometer. And for Giriraj Maharaj coming all the way from thousands of kilometers, how much more difficulty in Bombay or in India? But they are free from all these dualities. Te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam drudapratah. They worship me or they serve me with drudaprat, great determination. And this comes from previous many lifetimes. Either that or person like Giriraj Maharaj could be eternal associate of Mahaprabhu, who is sent to assist Srila Prabhupada in his mission. Just like His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, we clearly know, Prabhupada said it, that he is an eternal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So like that, Giriraj Maharaj could be another one. His Holiness Ratana Swami Maharaj could be third one, and others also, Some of them might have perfected, like for His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, many said that he perfected his life. He was a sadhana siddha, not nitya siddha, but sadhana siddha. But that is fine. That means for many lifetimes, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj might have been searching for ideal guru or pure devotee spiritual master. So he got in this life and he dedicated fully with absolutely no other second thought ever. And some others like Hirule Jayapatak Swami Maharaj for sure, maybe his only Giraj Swami Maharaj and some few others. And they are eternal associates of the Lord. So either in many lifetimes of service to Krishna or being eternal associates, such people will be far light years ahead of us in their determination to serve the Lord. Like unflinching devotion they will have, faith in the spiritual master as well as Krishna. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru tasyaite kathita hyartha prakashante mahatmanah. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith both in the Supreme Lord Krishna and spiritual master, all the imports of Vedic knowledge are automatically revealed. So when such people speak, it looks like Vedas are just coming out. How has he read all the scriptures? Where is he speaking from? No, it will just come because Lord's mercy is like that. All the imports of Vedic knowledge are automatically revealed. Without reading the scriptures, he is speaking the scriptures. And afterwards, he himself may come across in the scripture, oh, this I spoke 10 years back and it is here. Huh? Oh, or some others may think, what I heard from this Maharaj or Prabhu, this is there in Prabhupada books or in the Vedas, Puranas, etc. Because they are in touch with Paramatma. He says that Jitatmana Prashantasya Paramatma Samahita Chitoshna Sukha Dukkheshu Tatha Manapamanayo. One who has controlled his mind and senses, he is in touch with Paramatma. So Paramatma guides him. Paramatma knows all the Vedic scriptures. Vedescha Sarver Ahameva Vedyo Vedanta Krit Veda Vedeva Chaham. Krishna says, I am the compiler of the Vedas. And Paramatma is the expansion of Krishna only. So Paramatma, one who is in touch with, he will just speak scriptures like that without even reading them. Scriptures are not understood by reading them. Scriptures are revealed. That's why I say revealed scriptures. So they are revealed in the heart. Paramatma reveals the scriptures. For one who has controlled his mind and senses. For what? Controlled the mind and senses in the service of Guru. And why is he controlling his mind and senses in the service of Guru? Because he has formed unflinching faith in Guru. And how did he develop such faith, deep faith? He developed because he is eternal associate in one case, or in another case, he has served the Lord for many lifetimes. Yesterday only I was quoting on congregation program was there in Barsana. So I was telling there that in Padma Puran there is verse, now I don't have that verse, but it is saying there that one who serves Lord Vishnu for 100 lifetimes, or another place it is said 1000 lifetimes, such a person will have the name of Krishna continuous in his mouth. Sada word is used there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram. Even without beats, he'll be chanting. If not even lips moving, in the mind he will be chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare. Because he has served the Lord for many lifetimes. And in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, you can read there, Krishna speaks when Arjuna asks in the 36th verse that what will happen to Yoga Brashta? Somebody who is practicing devotional life, but unfortunately he dies, he meets with accident or doesn't perfect his life. Krishna says, I give him birth in rich family. Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Brashta Abhijayate. Or somebody who has done lot of devotional service, let's say 80-90%. For him, his birth will be in a Vaishnava family. And Purva Janma Sukruti, because of that, Aneka Janma Samsiddho. So he will have attraction to the Lord very irresistibly. Just like pure iron filings, they get attracted to magnet, very strong magnet, so helplessly. Like that, he will be attracted to Krishna. Irresistible. Just like in the mundane example, a very beautiful girl comes in front of a boy who is hardly 16-18-year-old. He'll be like, what is this? Who is she? Like kind of irresistible attraction. Like that, pure devotee or millions of times more, they have attraction to Radha Krishna or to Gaur-Nitai. Because many lifetimes, Aneka Janma Samsiddho, Krishna says, many lifetimes of practice has reached to this level of perfection. They are almost in their perfect stage. They are pure devotees. Maybe little bit here and there. Giraj Maharaj also says, quoting from scripture, that such people who are born in Vaishnava family or those who have such staunch faith in devotional practices, they have done a lot of bhakti, little mistake in the previous life. That's why they had to take this birth. In previous life only they would have gone back to Godhead. But some mistake, and that mistake is generally Vaishnava aparadha. They might have committed some Vaishnava aparadha. Because of that, their perfection was blocked. And that's why they have taken this life, and this is going to be their last life. They have almost reached perfection. So such people will be there in life. We can see in ISKCON, so many people are there. Like we have gurus in ISKCON, we can see how they were looking for Krishna. Like His Holiness Radhan Swami Maharaj left London, hitchhiking all the way to Turkey, no man's land. My God, every incident that we hear, we feel like it's a death only. I will die in such situation. But they did not die, they were protected by the Lord, and their zeal, their attraction brought them all the way to the lotus feet of Prabhupada, and the way they surrendered and the way they continue to serve the mission of Prabhupada is amazing. We cannot imagine. We cannot imagine. While being in India, many of the Indian devotees have failed in their Krishna conscious practices, in practicing purely. Whereas these souls have come from Western countries, Western world, and they have unflinchingly served Prabhupada's mission with no second thought ever, because of many lifetimes of spiritual practice. And this is life of perfection in one sense. They will not say that, but we can clearly see that yes, life is so pure, so unflinching, such faith, such staunch determination, such dedication, and it's ever increasing. Very surprising. To the degree we have conditioning, to that degree we may wonder how, and that's what is inspiration for others. Otherwise, how will they will be able to go ahead? If everybody is sense gratifier, every devotee is sense gratifier in ISKCON or anywhere, then we will say, he is gratifying sense, why should I not? I will also. But we have such shining examples amongst us, and then we feel, oh my God, this Maharaj, this Prabhu, or even this Mataji, how so selfless. So we get tremendous boost, inspiration in our own personal lives, and then it becomes much easier to forego some sense gratification, which otherwise is very difficult. And number of tips heard about giving up sense gratification, it is very difficult to give up. But one example is better. There's an example is better than precept. Some preceptor can be there, he can give 100 sermons. It won't be so effective as much as one example, live example of somebody who is so dedicated, so surrendered, so enthusiastic, so Krishna conscious, so much mad for Krishna. So that becomes very shining inspiration, example and inspiration. So this is because of previous lifetimes practice. Krishna, you can read in 6th chapter, later part, 36 sloka onwards. अनेक जन्म संसिद्धो और पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव ह्रियते हि अवशोऽपि सः. पूर्वाभ्यास, बहुत अभ्यास हो चुका है. Just like many of us, let's say some of us know two-wheeler driving, some of us know four-wheeler driving, and you have driven like a minimum 50-60,000 kilometers of two-wheeler or four-wheeler, and somehow for last 1-2 months there was a gap. You were, let's say, hospitalized in accident or something, and you have not driven two-wheeler or four-wheeler for 1-2-3 months like that. But once that is over, 3 months period, you are okay now. Then you get on your two-wheeler or in your four-wheeler. Then how will you drive? It will be like a cakewalk. You know it all. You have driven 50-60,000 kilometers. Now this 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer is not a big deal. Though there had been a gap of 3-4 months. That doesn't matter much. Little initially there may be some in gear, some little blocking. But that is just momentary because practice is lost for 3-4 months. But that is not a big deal. Once the हाथ साफ हो गया ना थोड़ा 5-10 minutes of driving, then you drive like flight only, like a plane only, because you have driven so much. So it is like that for them. So it may look like he after 3 months he is sitting in the two-wheeler or four-wheeler, and I am also driving after. I also have recently learned two-wheeler driving. No, there is a gulf of difference. You have recently learned two-wheeler or four-wheeler. This fellow has driven 50-60,000 kilometers or more, lakhs of kilometers earlier. Now just a gap, and he's there with you. But he will go ahead like anything. Just like similarly that that running race is there, na? That circular. I don't know what is it called. And so everybody is running, marathon, like that. So you may think, "Arey, he is with me runner, and how he reached and his match is over?" Because that was his maybe 10th round, and ours is maybe 5th round. We have only covered that circle 5 times, but he has covered 9 times, and it's a 10th round going on, and he's over that whatever that over, and he comes out first. So like that, among us, there will be great souls which we will not understand by our fleshy eyeballs. And that's how Vaishnava Aparadh is committed. And people pave their way to grave their death only. So one should not do that. One doesn't know. Vaishnava Kriya Mudra Vikyana Puja. We cannot understand who is where. When we hear from great souls, then we understand how to measure advancement of devotees. It is not just superficial seeing. Otherwise, saying everybody is wearing dhoti kurta, everybody is having kantimala, everybody has tilak on forehead, many are shaved also. That is not the way. This thing, the determination. Krishna is saying very clearly what are the characteristics. Aniketa, such people without home, they are very happy because they have got Sri Niketana, the abode of Lakshmi. At their lotus feet, this person is sitting. So Aniketa, he doesn't have his own house. He won't be bothered. And whereas we, even if our room, some little bit leakage happens, our AC is not working, and AC. Are AC, Bhaktivedanta Swami is there in your life. Why are you so much mad after not having AC? Many times when I sit in the four-wheeler or something, and they would ask, "Prabhu, should I switch on AC?" I said, no need. I have AC Bhaktivedanta. I'm happy with him and with his teaching. I don't need this artificial AC. I'm happy with that AC, Bhaktivedanta Swami, like that. So sometimes they say, "No, Prabhu, should I switch on the fan?" I say, no, my fans are there all over India. And they're all animated, they're all lively. I don't want a machine fan. I have many fans. That is a joke. Basically, message is clear, I don't want fan. So that will be natural for some. All of us may appear same, but we are not same. Everybody in this marathon, some are ahead, some are behind, some are with us, and the time will reveal who stands where. And Vaishnava is very humble also, so we cannot understand exactly. Very simple, humble Vaishnava. And then suddenly you come to know he is a sannyasi now. Like Gopendra Prabhu, but now he is, what is his name? He got sannyas recently, some few months back. His Holiness Prabodhananda Saraswati Maharaj is a guru now. Recently took vows in Vrindavan temple. Now he's a guru. He will accept disciples. So he was coming here regularly. And we will say, Maharaj. Certainly better than Prabhu. Some more respect. But now we will be a little more Vando Mui, Savadhanam Mandi. He's a guru now. And he will come sometimes with his disciples. Some will become disciples from Pune also. And he will be around him, Maharaj. And we will be wondering, Hare, उनको तो देखा है मैंने, अकेले घूमते थे पहले, अभी कभी भी देखो तो कम से कम 10-15 लोग आजू बाजू में घूमते रहते हैं, महाराज. So anyway, okay. So should we end? No. Then we'll continue. Shlok number 166. ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद।